Look, I'm very favorably inclined towards Bitcoin because what is money, okay? There are 5 characteristics of money that Aristotle defined in the 4th century BC. They were valid then, they're still valid now. It's got to be durable, divisible, convenient, consistent. Bitcoin is all of those things, just as gold is. The value proposition for Bitcoin is that it's a very portable and transferable form of wealth. In other words, gold has disadvantages. You have some, you got to cross a border with it and you've got to store it. I mean, Bitcoin is a way to cross borders easily. Most people don't realize that 3/4 of the people on this planet lived in blocked currency countries where your kwacha or your pula or your dirham or all these crazy currencies, they're worth absolutely zero outside of the geographical place that issues them. But with a smartphone and a Bitcoin, you can go anywhere. So that's the real value proposition for Bitcoin. Also, its supply is limited. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. The one thing that I don't want to see happen, and nobody should want to see happen, is a central bank digital currency where the US government says, well, let's digitize the dollar. We'll give you an account with the Fed. But at that point, you'll be like Will Smith in that movie, Enemy of the State, where everything that you own is basically can be locked down and confiscated, as the Canadian truckers have recently found, and the people that contributed to them. So there's a reason why money should be private and privatized. It shouldn't even be a function of the state, quite frankly. I mean, this is a very bad idea. That's why I like gold for money, because you don't rely on the state. It's actually owning gold is actually a bet on the stupidity of government, which is for the long term is always a good bet. If everyone used gold, then they'd probably use either grams or ounces of gold. Well, there you have it. I mean, you don't need the government to designate that, because in today's world we've got 200 different world currencies. I mean, okay, so you might have some people issuing gold in this form, some in that form. I mean, nothing wrong or different about that. I'd like to change the basic psychology, that portion of the basic psychology of the human animal, because there's too much envy in the world, okay? Envy is somebody else has something, I want it, and if I can't take it away from them, I'm perfectly willing to destroy it. I mean, it's a really ugly emotion. And it evidences itself in politics more than anything else, quite frankly. But what kind of a practical change would I want to make in the world? I say, well, I wish governments would go away with all of their armies and their central banks and their rules and regulations. That's not to say I don't believe in order in society, but I think that society is generally self-governing and is generally orderly by itself. In other words, when we walk into a restaurant, we don't need a cop at the door to ensure that we pay our bill. It's peer pressure, social opprobrium, moral approbation that keeps society together, not a strong government with a strong police force.